Welcome back, guys. Harry here, known as Trade Sharp, and welcome back to this video today. We have a few opportunities I'm seeing here on the lower time frames. Just want to give you a small update. Not much been going on, to be honest. We just had a pullback from our region, and then we burst up above it, and now getting one more pullback. Looking at how Ethereum is doing on the Bollinger Bands here, we can see that Ethereum is closing above, and if we look at 2-day closing above, we look at 3-day, we close above, and this is the retest that we got. This is a clear buy signal. Back down here was a clear buy signal, and yeah, it's looking good. Chart is looking good. I just want to see what's going on and give you an update here. So jumping onto the lower time frames, we can see that we've broken out of our consolidation range here and now are coming down. So if we were to pop down, I think to about this 335 would be a good area, or even if we can come back down to this base here at 3231, I think that will be a huge opportunity for price to continue up, because I do think price will continue from this area here. Looking at momentum on the daily, has had a bit of a cool off, so we could see it start to turn back, but maybe we could expect a bit more ranging, and then maybe we could give it a chance to range a bit more, take another swipe, maybe back up to 3557, and then come back down, just so we can develop more of a prolonged. Looking at 4-hour Stokes, they did have a dip, got picked back up, now looking like it wants to dip more. We do have this sort of trend line coming in, regression you could say, all the way down here. So we could see that being met sometime in the future. Looking at daily, we did look at that already. 4-hour, do we have an, oh, we just looked at that. I am going, yeah, 3-hour, you could see that got picked up yesterday. So yesterday was the buy-in, to be honest, but if price is to come down here, I don't think that, I think our range is pretty clear here on the 4-hour. Obviously, that's the top of the range here. We have a nice top of the range. Where's my line gone? Right there. And I do think we hit that deeper target. So if we do get, you can see price is actually being bought back up right when we speak here from this low. You can see that nice bounce, but looking at momentum, you see how low that got. So it might actually just bounce out of this area here and continue up and onwards. Do I think it's ready? Well, since it closed below here on the 30-minute technically, well, not technically actually, don't trust the 30-minute. 4 hours weighing a bit more. I would say, anything down here to 310, I would start layering in, not financial advice, of course, but I'm seeing this as a good long-term accumulation area. You have a clear area to manage risk down here. And I do think that it picks up, and we do, coming into next week, hit that, Ethereum next week. I do think it comes and hits my target here, and probably more. I do think we do see a $4,000 Ethereum pretty soon. And I think that definitely this month, as for Bitcoin, on the other hand, having a quick look at Bitcoin here, it's pretty boring. It tapped the top side of our range to the T here, and came back down, and, basically playing out a range. And I'm not really interested in Bitcoin. Technically, looking at the higher time frames here, we did close below this range, which should have given continuation, but there's no structure. So this is just one huge, messy, dirty range. And I look for Bitcoin to spend some time between, even can come up here to about 60,000, and to, come back down to the bottom of the range at 49,000. But swipes back down here, I do look at opportunities on first pass, because I do think that we get first of all, a nice bounce, and B, I do think that this could be a nice base. And long term, I'm looking for Bitcoin to continue up. And I do think that if price does come here, any stacks that I have, could be an opportunity. Altcoins are being a bit tackled here. I want to see what dominance is doing. Dominance retesting our area here. So let's see if we can get a rejection. Be very interesting. We got a perfect retest here, as you can see, of this line. So we close below retesting. Now, if the next candle if this candle is to flip and break this low, we could see some very scary low numbers on Bitcoin dominance. But, looking at Uni here as well, after the Uni V3 launch, I just want to see what that is doing. So it did close above our range here on the daily range, wicks above, now having a dump, which I think is selling the news. Looking at momentum, it is, if it does come back down here and bounce off this zone here, then that looks pretty good for continuation. 4 hour, on the other hand, still range bound. I haven't confirmed this as a breakout yet, but what we can establish is somewhere around here. If I go and draw resistance like this, and you can see we have these rising lows. So if price is to continue holding this structure like so, then you can expect a nice explosive price breakout, something like this. And if we were to take a measurement, I mean, we do have also a trend line coming in here. So I do think that we will see an opportunity here on uni. I think, no, it's not a trend line. Anyways, I thought that was going to be a trend line. See what the 2 hours, 3 hour. 3 hour does have the trend line, yep. So here's your opportunity. So if price was to come back down here, bounce off that, I do think that's the opportunity for price to continue up, and that would fulfill this trend line here as well, complete the shape, and we could see, a nice movement out of this. And just out of interest, what would the shape? It will probably go to my next resistance, and somewhere, yeah, just front running it by a little bit, which is, not out of the ordinary. But we could see it find, yeah, it makes sense, guys. Look where the target's coming up to, 50 flat. So obviously that is the psychological number, and we can expect some type of pullback there. So with that being said, I'll leave you with that. Take care, trade sharp, and until next time, peace.